Leave everything to me. Pardon me, coming through. Rest in peace. You're dead. Take a dirt nap. Feed the worms.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I'm ready to drop on you my new and improved Wraithlord for last Epoch. As strong as ever, but now with a new primordial unique, you are much tankier. Of course, everything is tested online with real tools, so just know that you could trust all the information. As always, I will show you every single facet of the build. Everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Starting off with some gameplay. Now, what you're looking at right now is 854 corruption. This is a perfect example. Wraithlord versus fully empowered Nemesis. Smoked. And the skills we are using for this new and improved Wraithlord is double shade. So we're using Dread Shade and Infernal Shade. Summon Wraith, of course, Transplant, and Volatile Zombie. Now the Volatile Zombie is your Wraith food. So the Wraithlord will kill the zombies to superpower itself. And you can use it for stunning or kill threshold, because when the zombies explode, they do hit the enemies around them. So it is also kind of like a targeted spell. But ultimately, the way this works is you have a stationary Wraithlord. It cannot move. It is like a turret. And as you use Transplant, every single time you use Transplant, the Wraithlord comes with you. So literally, you just run, drop Transplant, Wraithlord is teleported and just clears everything on the screen. It is a lot of fun. And with the new primordial low life body armor, as you can see, I have over 12,000 ward. You are very, very tanky. That's something Wraithlord has always kind of struggled with. I normally go low life, but now you can kind of go super low life, which is very, very nice. So as you can see, even at 854 corruption, no problem. We have no problem staying alive. Wraithlord has no problem one-shotting everything. And we will continue down this way. And the Wraithlord, as long as it's in combat, also stays alive. So even if it died, you just resummon Wraith, throw double shade on it, and you're good. But it literally never dies. Done. Let me show you some single target. Good old Abomination at 854 corruption. Just the Wraithlord, literally no problem. Eats them alive. A-Bomb's Harbinger, of course, at 854 corruption. You can see on the right-hand side. And again, we have not had to resummon the Wraithlord in any way. It has not died. Continuously targets, shoots. Dead. Good old T4 Julra, kind of the old Pinnacle boss. Wraithlord has no problem. Just absolutely crushed. And of course, the Aberoth kill. Again, we did not have to resummon Wraithlord one time. You, sir, are dead. Kill threshold with the zombies. Let me show you how to recreate new and improved Wraithlord. So let's start by breaking down the skills, and the first skill we're going to look at is our damage dealer in Summon Wraith. Now know that everything in Summon Wraith transfers obviously to your Wraithlord, and what's great about this tree is it has a ton of multiplicative damage. So this is what you want to do. You want to come down here to the right and get 180% multiplicative damage. You're then going to come up and turn it into a stationary Wraithlord. Now, if you don't like, your Wraithlord only moves when you transplant, you don't have to take this node. I do like it as like a stationary turret. This gives you an additional 45% multiplicative. You're going to get base necrotic, an additional 60% multiplicative. You're then going to come over here, get an additional 10% multiplicative, and then boost your critical strike chance and your critical strike multiplier. Now, back in the day, Wraithlord was a guaranteed crit because of Dread Shade. You no longer have that, but it's still basically a guaranteed crit because it's got so much base crit in the tree. Now, the final 2 points, I've actually pulled 2 out of Reapers and put it right here into Grave Reality to give an additional 80% multiplicative health, just to make sure at high corruption the Wraithlord isn't getting one shot. And as you saw from the gameplay, it didn't. Moving over to Transplant. First thing you want to do is come up and over and get your bone armor for more survivability. And you want to be able to use Transplant as much as possible. You're going to give yourself haste and frenzy. You're going to come down here and get kill threshold and trigger bone curse. And then lastly, you're going to turn it into a necrotic spell and give yourself fear on departure and fear on arrival. You will transplant into enemies, they will be feared, and as they're running away, the Wraithlord is just crushing them. Moving over to Infernal Shade. You want to come up and over and make minions targetable. You're going to be boosting the attack speed on your Wraithlord. You're going to come over here and take everything that gives it a bigger area, and it's going to be slowing enemies. So Infernal Shade will be buffing your Wraithlord, and it'll be slowing all enemies around. Moving over to Dread Shade. First thing you want to do is come down. Base Necrotic, multiplicative damage, base critical strike with critical strike multiplier, and we're going to be rooting our minion. Now, the Wraithlord's already rooted. It can't move, but with Deadlock, it'll be rooted and it'll be generating threat, so it's going to be taunting enemies so they're not attacking you. You're going to come down, make it where it no longer drains the Wraithlord's health, boost attack speed, boost multiplicative damage, and make it where you have a bigger effect when the Wraithlord is losing life. Last but not least, the food for the Wraithlord. Every minion it comes in contact with, it's gonna eat. That's why you can't have a T-Rex or you can't have anything else, because it'll just get eaten. So what you want to do is you want to come up and you want to take Dreadful Horde, so you make more zombies, and then you want to take Corpse Parasite, so it just has a lot to eat. You're going to come down and make it where your zombies are going to give you ward. They're going to have a huge explosion area, and then you're going to come over here and give it a 16% kill threshold. So you have kill threshold on your transplant and kill threshold on your zombies, and you're going to turn it necrotic so that everything is unison. And yeah, those are the skills. So now let's break down the gear, starting with blessings. Now, when it comes to blessings, just know there's nothing required for the build, and you should pick your blessings based upon what you are missing on your gear. But I will show you what I am currently using. I'm using health, all res, double armor, and ward per second. And you could easily switch these out for any resistances you need or critical strike avoidance. So just again, know that all the blessings are optional. Now, when it comes to idols, we are using 3 double life idols. So health percent and base health. And one of the idols we have put chance to apply marked for death on hit with minion skills, so that all enemies are marked for death. The rest are all just filling in resistances that we need. Now, when it comes to gear, there really is a lot here. There's only one item that is technically required to make the build work, and of course, that is Wraithlord's Harbor. So this is the helmet that actually creates a Wraithlord when you summon a Wraith. So that is what you have to have. Now, some other best in slots. We are using Death Rattle for the critical strike multiplier and intelligence. We are using an Apogee of the Frozen Light. Since this is a necrotic minion, you're going to get 3 to skills. You're also going to get up to 24% multiplicative damage, and you could get minion base spell on a sword. We are using the brand new Primordial Astral Blood. This is giving us over 12,000 ward just standing still. So when you go regular like Exanguious Low Life, we were sitting around 7,000. This boosts us up 5,000 extra ward, which is very, very cool. And it's not too difficult to get from the vendor, or now you can get from a drop. We are using Julra's Obsession. This is going to give base damage to the Wraithlord and boost its cast speed by an additional 30%. We are using Last Steps of the Living. This is a low life boots, which also boost your ward. We're using Ambitions of the Erased. This is going to give us 1-2 level. There's not really a best in slot relic, so you can pick whatever you want. I always use these for the ward and the extra level. We are using an Orin's Descent. Just know this belt is not required. It could just give you up to 20 intelligence. So it's like a free 20 int, which also gives you awesome ward retention. Offhand, we're just using a Fleshbound Tome for the intelligence and the minion stats. And for the rings, we're using Phantom Grit for the crit and 2 to skills. And we are using a Champion Affix. Yes. So on here, 5 minions teleport around you after you use the traversal skill. This is required. I should have said that right at the beginning of gear. If you do not have this ring, when you use transplant, your minions will not move with you. So that means you won't be able to bring your Wraithlord with you. So make sure you get a ring that has this champion affix. It also rolls on boots as well. It's just way easier to get on a ring. That is the gear. Now I'm excited to talk about passives because we have a brand new Necromancer tree. So we're going to start in the base Acolyte tree. We've taken Int and Necrotic Res, added attack speed for the Wraithlord, and then we've gone in on more ward retention and resistances. Now know that I have tested this taking the low life node, and you actually get more ward by taking the ward retention instead of the low life node. So just know that I did test this. Also, a lot of people think this is the throwaway point. This gives us 400 base armor to our Wraithlord. And again, just makes it tankier so you don't have to resummon it, and you can push high corruption and know it's not going to die. So I do like putting 1 point here, but it's not required. So coming over to Necromancer, we've taken attack speed. We have taken increased armor per intelligence and increased minion health per vitality on the new Grave Thorns node. We've gone in on Cursed Blood. This is where I put my final points. We are shredding armor. We're getting health, armor, and shared reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes. We've gone in. We do need to take critical strike chance since Dreadshade isn't giving us guaranteed. This is the new Sharpened Bones node. Max life, damage reduction, attack speed, crit, critical strike multiplier, base damage, and then we're going to jump over here. Forbidden Teachings. This gives you minion increase crit chance per int. Again, this is basically why it's still a guaranteed crit build. And you get intelligence and vitality. Veins of Malice, minions haste and frenzy duration. Every single time you use transplant, it is going to trigger this 3-point bonus, which is going to frenzy your Wraithlord. So literally you transplant into them all. They are feared. The Wraithlord is there with you. The Wraithlord is frenzied. And as they run, it just tears them all up. And then the final node right here is minion base spell, minion cast speed. So these are the new points. I've gone through, I've changed this over and over again. This feels like a really, really good tree. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. What do you think of my new and improved Wraithlord? Is there anything I missed? Is there anything I can do to take this to the next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I've earned it. And if I haven't earned it, I'm going to work harder for you. Don't forget to check out actionrpg.com, my newly launched website. We continue to update builds there. We've got cool new tools that are coming online, new writers, event calendar news. It is getting better and better. Don't forget to check out actionrpg.com. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.